What's up? What's up, and welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab. Live on Twitter, live on YouTube today as well. Twitter link didn't pull up, though, for some reason. Super weird. There it goes. Get this posted real fast. Okay, that's there, that's there, that's there, that's there. Repost. Okay. All right, live on Twitter, live on YouTube today. Monday, August 5th. It is Patrick Corbin today. Chuck. So today, well, first and foremost, we lost our streak on Friday. We were going for 8 in a row on the pick of the day. It lost with dang, I'm getting a phone call. At least I know it's not about my dog. I have an O&E, or I have I'm supposed to have my MRI for my hip tomorrow. I promise you, if that's them telling me like my insurance denied my MRI again, I'm gonna be probably pretty upset. But I just send them to voicemail. I am gosh, that would suck if I am waiting on a phone call about my dog. You know, hopefully we don't trying to see if he's got a fatty tumor, if it happens to be cancer. So hopefully that voicemail doesn't come through. Don't want to cry on camera. But anyway, yeah, Cutter, we missed out on Cutter, unfortunately. That was our potential to go 8-0. Man, every hit he gave up was a home run. He came out into the 6th inning. I mean, he had a shot, but I mean, he just kept getting after it, kept giving up home runs and walks or whatever. So he had a shot. I don't actually remember the rest of it. I don't even remember the other plays, to be honest. I over the weekend, I forget, you kind of forget about it, whatever. Yesterday was rough too. Pitcher props, man. It just seems like guys are getting pulled early. So I'm going to have to make sure I kind of pay attention to that. But realistically though, anytime, whenever football starts, like baseball's dead to me generally. I don't know how it's going to work, in the new group here with the Discord, like if I'm going to expect to continue on with baseball. And of course, on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday when there's no football, when there's no college football on during the day, I'll mess with MLB still probably during the week. But I tell you, once NBA is here, but NBA starts October, baseball is pretty much over by then. So anyhow, but I'm about to listen to this voicemail though, so give me just a second because I'm gonna wonder what this is the whole time. She says we need to get you back into the office. I have my MRI scheduled for tomorrow where they like inject dye into my hip, and then I have the appointment scheduled for the 8th. She better be confused, man. I've waited too long for this shit. Anyway, let's go and talk about it. I think what I was getting at though was that MLB's been a little frustrating. I would imagine that once we get down to, the towards like the end of the season and stuff, that you run into them probably not wanting their guys to go as deep and stuff like that. And like pitcher props have just been where it's at for me. Like pitcher props have been successful for me. I'm up. I'm not even positive how much I'm up, to be honest. I mean, I could tell you here in a second, but go Google Sheets here. Not a lot. So I'm up 47 units in MLB this season. I was up 86 last year. I don't know. I feel MLB's been a little tougher this year, but I mean, positive is positive. I mean, I'm certainly not upset about that. I mean, that's a pretty good number. I'd imagine. So, it's been working. The pitcher outs, props, and stuff have been working, obviously. So it's not broke, don't fix it kind of thing. But if these are gonna just yesterday was just goofy, I think, man. I think I even seen like Nick Pivetta was pulled like in the fourth inning, and I went back to look and he's at 70 pitches, and it's just like why? And a lot of people were talking about that. We had I was on who was I on yesterday? I was on somebody yesterday, and his pitch count. Oh, Robbie Ray. He was at like 80 pitches or something, 86, 80 pitches. I don't know, 9 Ks, and like they didn't even give him a shot to come out into the sixth inning. I literally needed one out into the sixth inning, and they didn't. Yeah, Robbie Ray, and they didn't even give us a chance. So like I don't know. I've been feeling a little weird. Um, and I'll tell you, like look at what I got here. Like everything is juice. Like I sent a text in the group chat with like the other cappers of like of beer money picks, and everything I like is like minus 140. Like the odds are just shit. Like, have you guys noticed that? Like I mean, here we are 6 minutes in, but like that was going to be my opening topic was, are you guys noticing that the odds are just almost unplayable for some of these pitcher props? I can see like I got like a white hair in here that's just like glistening. Um, some of these pitcher prop odds are like to the point of like they're not playable. And I think that a lot of that has to do with like, you get on Twitter, there's so many like Twitter cappers out there nowadays. And I think pitcher props are primary targets, whereas I think quarterback props generally are kind of in that same sense. The quarterback's a pitcher of the team kind of thing. But I mean, you're looking at what I have here, and it's like, Kyle Hendricks has really struggled. The Twins, like I talk about all the time, love the Twins offense. Over 4.5 outs or hits is minus 165. You go in here to see, like they have his under was at 4.5. I saw a lot of people interested in, so now it's juiced heavily to the over. Hits allowed minus 165. Earned runs, is that set to 2.5, which is a higher number, but juiced under at minus 155. He doesn't have an outs prop listed. Hunter Brown minus 145. Hunter Brown has been phenomenal. I loved backing Hunter Brown minus 145. Zach Gallen last night at 10:30. I seen some people on this late. It was set at like 16.5 minus 130, something like that. And dude, it's minus 235 for over 17.5. Who else? Logan Allen, I saw. I was really interested in Logan Allen's under today because he's just coming back from AAA. He hasn't been very good. He's a lefty, I believe. And Diamondbacks hit lefties really well, minus 140. Now I tell you, like, DraftKings has got the stepped up promo or whatever. Sure, like Hendricks over 4.5 hits, Patrick Corbin over hits, and Logan Allen under, but yada yada yada. Like those are certainly the type of lines that I'm interested in a as a leg. Like I don't need everything to be like minus 110, minus 120, minus 130 or whatever. Minus 135 is generally my max as far as what what I want to play. What's it say, Isaiah? Yep, and you got to pair it with another play to get it decent, and you risk losing, by adding another leg for sure. So anytime the more legs you add, the more opportunity you have to catch bad beats and stuff. It's just weird, So today's certainly one of those days. And it's funny, like, I don't know, dude's probably not in here, but every time apparently I say I don't like the slate, I end up doing really well on it. I really don't. I mean, like, you look at our options here, and there's some pitchers that I'm just not interested in messing with. There's some games I'm not interested in messing with. It's also a shorter slate too, so there's not as much. So maybe there's just more eyes on some things. I tell you guys, I just can't wait for football. Can't wait for football. I can't wait to have a Sunday morning, podcast where honestly I have 10 plays that I want to run and I have to give you three of them. And I don't have to be, worried about giving out, Discord type plays. There's going to be, in the Discord I'm playing, usually just builders, anytime touchdown parlay, stuff like that. Like I'll do a free builder at the 1 o'clock slate, a free builder on the 4 o'clock slate, and then like promotional, it's my job, would be like if you want to get the third one, you got to get in the Discord. And normally I'm 2-0, and that works. I get a lot of members um, getting into the third that game or whatever. College football. I mean, there's just literally like, man, I'll have a whole notebook of. I got it actually right here next to me. I'll have a whole notebook of. My son's been drawing over it. I probably need to get a new one. Like look at all that. I mean, scribbles, but I'll have a whole notebook of like plays that I like and like what time they're on and stuff. And kind of just go through and, or like data or shows that I maybe watch and stuff like that. I mean, I could run 30 plays and I go through and I pick my best 5 or something like that. So the amount of content that I'll have, the amount of overlap that there won't be, like I still feel guilty, like giving you, like if I give you guys 3 plays and it's like they're the only 3 plays I can come up with, those are the 3 plays that are going to go into the Discord. Like that's not going to happen like for football because there's a large quantity. Same goes for NBA. There's just so many plays to play on NBA. Let's go ahead and talk about what I got here though. I think first off, I'm liking Brady Singer under his outs, under 17.5. We can get it at minus 130 here on minus 130 here on DraftKings. Let's see what it is. Then this was another play I was thinking about. Where's Tim Cruz? Honestly, I'm just tired of money lines. Like on my on Fanatics is my like Bet365 and Fanatics is like my like personal just kind of mess around with. Like I bet stuff on there and I don't share it. I did wow, look at that. That's a heck of a. They got a juice. They have the juice. It's juiced over on DraftKings and it's juiced to the under on, well, reverse on FanDuel. I was on the Yankees and the Braves yesterday. Just a little builder type play that worked. So Brady Singer definitely going to want to play this on FanDuel minus 102. Looking at let's see. So he's been, at home, he's to the over, to the under. He's only under in 4 or 12 starts at home. He's been pretty good, obviously, at home. But if you look at like who he's gone against, like he hasn't been having that great of talent. He's 50-50 to this number, throughout the entire year here. So he's over in 3 straight starts here. He's gone a full 7 innings. But that was against the White Sox, against the Cubs, and against the White Sox. All 3 teams not very good hitting teams. I'm sure the Cubs are a little bit of a better hitting team, but not really. He went 7 full against the Cubs and his 6-0 win. He went 7 full against the White Sox and a 6-1 win. He failed to go very deep against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay hit him well. Tampa Bay's got some pretty decent bats. Miami, he went 22. That's Miami back in June. That's when they were really struggling. They weren't walking much. Everybody was going over against Miami, and here recently that hasn't been the case. He failed to go deep against the Yankees at home. He went 18 against he barely made it, against the A's. Milwaukee, 16. When he faces good hitting teams, Houston, when he faces good hitting teams, he hasn't had very much success looking, at home. In his last, 10, I mean, the same way here. But I mean, look at what happened when he faced the Red Sox just July 14th. So I mean, this was like 20 days ago or something like that. He only went 8 outs. He pitched, he threw 74 pitches. The Red Sox were absolutely all over him. He's been throwing, and he doesn't really throw that many pitches to begin with. If you look, like he is obviously super efficient here, but 103 only, over 100 just one time, less than 90, three, the other 8 times. And he's going against the Red Sox, who in the last 30 days against a right-handed pitcher, they are number one across the board. The Red Sox are the number one hitting team against a right-handed pitcher, the best batting average, the best on base percentage, the best OPS, best WRC, whatever. On the year, even they have the second best batting average. And they just tuned this guy up. Like I said, about 20 days ago, he only went 2.2 innings in that game. Against Brady Singer, some of these guys, you go Wong's batting 400, Devers 375, Smith 500, Abreu 500, Duran 400, O'Neill 500. They've been hitting them really well. And if we look here let's look at bullpen usage. KC threw 3 guys yesterday, but I mean only 9 and 12 pitches before, not very many pitches. So I would say a lot of these guys are going to be available. Pitches per plate appearance. Let's see. I can't remember. The Red Sox are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Red Sox are 9th highest in pitches per plate appearance, which obviously, but not. I mean, we're talking a 4 all the way down to a 3.64. So that's a difference of less than a pitch. But they do see on average the 9th highest amount of pitches, which obviously can run the pitch count up. I think it's a good look. If we can get it at minus 102, feels pretty solid. The Red Sox offense has been really strong. I can tell you, I don't know. Whatever the results of what I'm about to look at isn't going to skew anything. I'm just curious, though, to see hitting. Let's go to away games and batting average. The Red Sox have the 3rd highest batting average away. I think I've seen enough, Brady Singer is a righty versus right-handed pitcher. Oh, I already looked at that. I don't know why I'm doing that, but second best batting average. We already knew that. My bad. I like it, and I can get minus 102 on FanDuel. We're at right here. I like that a lot. I mean, shit. I was just complaining about the fact that we couldn't get like straight bets at a decent number. Minus 102. I like it. It's weird that DraftKings has that. It's weird that FanDuel is juiced to the over and DraftKings is juiced to the under. But look, I mean, anything can happen. Anything can happen in these games. A lot of this stuff's out of my control. I give what I think is the best bet, and I give plenty of reasons for it, and I give the backing behind it. Look, I can't help if he goes out there and he throws a complete game. I can't help if he throws a no-hitter through 7 innings or anything like that. I can't help that. The Red Sox decide they can't hit. Whatever happens, it's outside of my control. Obviously, I think this is a solid bet for what it's worth. Second play, trying to do a little bit of like, let's keep some stuff in the Discord kind of thing today too. I'm liking this option here for a second play, a little bit of a 2-legger like we talked about with Isaiah up there. We got Hunter Brown over 17.5 outs and Patrick Corbin to not receive the win at minus 450. Put that together, we get plus 106. I think that's a pretty good option for us today, guys. We look quickly. We talk about Patrick Corbin, while I'm pulling it up here, but we know the guy struggles. We know he's not a very good pitcher. He's going against the Giants, who hit lefties really well. He's facing Logan Webb, who is a pretty damn good pitcher. This is a spot where I think Logan Webb can keep this pretty average, maybe below average Nationals hitting team at bay long enough for the Giants to get up and the Giants to have a lead when, Corbin leaves, or at least it be tied. If Patrick Corbin happens to pitch a good gem, like Robert says up here, thinking that he's due for a good game, that's perfectly fine. If we have a tie ball game, it's likely that Logan Webb's not going to give up many runs. Like I said, the Giants also do hit lefties really well. We look at Hunter Brown here, who on the year he did struggle to begin with, and then he just rattled off the streak. This is 11 right here because I'm pretty sure I was on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 in a row. And he did fall apart against Pittsburgh. And I mean, not really though. I don't fully I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look at the play by play, but I mean, he fell short just by he got hooked on his number. 17 and a half is a good number. He's going against the Rangers here, who really they're not hitting the ball that well versus right-handed pitcher. Cutter Crawford has a home run problem. Honestly, guys, I did not know that he was giving up so many home runs going into this game. Um, what the hell? Now I have another call from the orthopedic place, but it's like the big hospital calling me now. Weird. But I didn't know he had given up. I don't even know. He had given up a lot of home runs in a short amount of time. And then, of course, he gave up like 4 solo shots in that game. I don't see that happening at this point. Hunter Brown doesn't have a home run problem. The Rangers here have got the 25th lowest batting average to righties, 25th lowest on base percentage. They've faced him. While Marcus Semien actually hits really well against them. Corey Seager does too, but Low bats at 0.83, 250 for Duran. Heim is 200. Langford, I think he's hurt though. Tavares 182. So some of these guys hit him, pretty decently, but Hunter Brown has been just a solid option to go deep into games. I mean, he's throwing throughout this time frame. I mean, he's been, solid throughout it. He threw 102, 105, 102, 102 here. So he does throw, high. If he's at, 80 some pitches going into the 6th inning, he should come out. If he's at 80 some pitches in the 5th inning, at the end of the 5th, he should come out into the 6th. Just barring, off like what we've seen here. I think my Face ID is not working. My insurance denied the MRI. I can't believe that. Like, what's the fucking point? What is the fucking point in having insurance if you can't fucking get anything done? This is the second fucking time my MRI has been denied. Like, I'm in shock. This time, they want me to see the fucking orthopedic doctor before I do the MRI. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, I finally got it scheduled again, and then now I have to now see the doctor, which is fine. That's on Thursday. But how quickly are they going to turn around and get me scheduled for the freaking MRI? Like, my wife gives birth in 3 months. The surgery is a 2-month recovery. I don't have time for this bullshit. I'm grumpy. All my care just like went out the window. I'm over it. This is the second play. This I think Hunter Brown's gonna go deep. Deep into the game. Patrick Corbin won't. Thirdly, I was gonna do a hitter prop just because I didn't really like a lot, and just kind of just based off based off of this. And like I was doing some reading, like this dude's like the one of the hottest batters in baseball right now. Like the guy's like been on fire. Like at home, he's hit this in one, two, three, four, 5 straight games. He's hit it in 9 out of his last 10 games. Going against Nick Martinez, who it kind of looks like it might be like a bullpen type game. So I mean, regardless, I mean the Miami has been like scrappy. The Reds, pitching isn't fantastic by any means. So like I said, I didn't like a lot in today's slate. So I thought, I'll just kind of look and see, and like it just jumped out and looking at, and I don't, like I said, like I need to start making some phone calls. Like my head is like completely out of this at this point. But I think it's like minus 130. So just based off the matchup, based off how well he's doing, I'd say that would be a nice, solid third play for us here. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, get out of here. Try to not like get in trouble over the phone and lose my freaking mind on these people. But to recap, and I apologize. I'll come back with something a little stronger tomorrow. I'll do the pick of the day video, and get that posted at some point too. Get some plays put out here, but we're gonna go with Xavier Edwards over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Minus 130, so 1.3 on FanDuel. We were gonna ride the Brady Singer under 17.5 outs, and then I like the Hunter Brown over his outs and the Patrick Corbin to not receive a win. I appreciate you guys. I hate to cut it short, but like literally, like I said, like I'm super deflated and ready to like lose my mind. So I'm gonna call the first people that called me, and I don't know, but thank you. Check out the pick of the day video for me, please, when that comes out, and I will see you guys back tomorrow.